I'm hoping that you can hear me. I'm testing it out and seeing if it's here. Yes, hey. How's everyone doing today? Happy Monday. Monday Night Football is on, so I'll be very brief. I just wanted to come on and talk to you about something that I heard today on my walk, just so that you guys know how I start my day. One of the things that I decided I wanted to do, which goes along with what we're going to talk about today, actually, with incremental. Oh, let me tell you who I am. I'm Tiffany, by the way, if you don't know that, with Start with Occupancy podcast. And the Compass Rose Accelerator program. So I am a marketing strategist for those who are in the senior living and senior care industry. And so today I heard something on my walk because I decided, in order to change my health, in order to change the trajectory of the shifting of the weight that's happening in my life, I would start walking. And so I have worked myself up to doing, now I'm up to about 4 miles a day. And I try to do that in the morning before I get going. It gives me a great amount of time to do my meditation, my gratitude, my affirmations, like just to get in the right mind frame for doing business. And to start my day. And so today I heard Jordan Peterson because I listened to different things, whether, just all sorts of things, whether it be Audible books or um, let me make sure there's anybody else here. Hold on one second. I apologize there because I can't see if you're on or not. Whether it's Audible books or anything like that. So I'm always listening to things, always what, trying to improve. And so he said, in terms of moving towards shifting your life towards success, whatever it is that you're wanting to do in life, he had said a statement. It says, how are you insufficient? Evaluating how are you insufficient and how are you going to rectify that. And it just resonated with me because when I think about people in this industry or who wants to come into this industry of senior living, and you're looking at, I want to get in. And a part of getting in is evaluating, where am I lacking knowledge? Where am I lacking experience? Where am I lacking direction? And then figuring out how to rectify that. And what I find is that people don't understand how much or the degree of where they're lacking in order to be successful in their senior living business. Case in point, there's a woman who her interview went viral on TikTok. And it went viral because I think the headline of it said how she made $40,000 owning an assisted a month with an assisted living home, a residential assisted living, which is all great. Yes, she made $40,000. I think people gravitate to that and hear that and say, woo, I'm going to go and open up an assisted living because I have a house, I can convert it and I can make $40,000 a month. But unless they understood further into the interview, and when the person was talking to her, she says, well, that's before expenses. And then he said, well, what's your expenses? And she said, you could take half of that and that's just for labor. That's just for labor. And then she says, well, 30% on a good month is what I make in terms of profit margin. And he said, oh, that's like $12,000. And she says, yeah, but if I have to do overtime and different things like that, whatever, with labor, it may be some months I only do 15%. And so he says, well, that's $6,000. And she says, yes. Here's the thing. Talk about how are you insufficient? A part of that conversation that I think got lost with people is that she is a professional nurse. She's a nurse. And she decided to open up a home to care for um, older adults. And so her level of expertise in the care process is different than someone who just is a real estate investor and decide I want to flip my house, right? And does it mean that you can't? Absolutely. People who don't have medical backgrounds can absolutely do this. The key, though, is to recognize where you're insufficient and then figure out how to rectify that. So that usually means not just in licensing and opening your home, in needing a consultant, but for your first year, for your second year, when you're brand new, how are you going to rectify the gap, that learning curve from what you have, or lack in the industry to where you need to be a successful owner? Even if you hire a manager or an administrator, you should still know enough about the business in order for you to be able to hold people accountable. And so I just wanted to pose that question for you to think about, is thinking about when you're going into any business. Do you have to know everything? Absolutely not. But do you have to have the right people, the right resources, the right contacts on speed dial to help you? Yes. And so whether that is with a consultant that you decide to keep on a retainer, or whether it's going through a program like ours with Compass Rose Accelerator, where it's 12 months going through every season of your business so that you have someone on speed dial that's there, we have that. Whether it's you hiring someone full time to also mentor you while you're doing this, it might be that. The key is just recognizing I'm insufficient in this area, and how am I going to rectify that? So in my life, I do that all the time. In this business, I started off with senior living experience. I started off with business development experience, marketing experience, sales experience. I've had all of this in different industries, for many, many years. What I didn't understand or know how to do is copywriting. And so right when I started this business, I realized, holy cow, I have to write my website, I have to write my brochures, I have to write my social media posts, I have to do my blog posts, I have to do, it was like all this writing, and I don't really like writing. I mean, I like it when I do it, but I don't really like doing it. And so there's always this push and pull with me with writing, but I've always loved speaking. So thank God for Google Docs, where you can actually plug in your microphone and I can actually speak what I'm thinking and then go back and edit, right? So I learned how to say, okay, but what I also did is that I realized I didn't have the skill set as a copywriter. Learning, some things I did over time, and I have done in telling stories, even through my own personal Facebook page about me and my son. But copywriting for sales, copywriting for this, copywriting for that. So guess what I did? I took a course. I took actually 2 courses. And technically, because of some of the other courses I've taken, I've had that module on copywriting. I think I have taken, maybe if you think about it, 5 different courses, and I listened to podcasts all on copywriting. And so what that meant for me is that when I went back into the work world after taking that 2020 break, right? Everybody kind of took that break, except for you in senior living. You guys were hardcore. But what I ended up doing is, after some shifting and changing, I was over the professional newsletter, kind of like making sure that it goes out and doing the copy for it. And I thought this is going to be a great experience for me because I've taken all of this. I know, I understand it. And so let me kind of, polish my chops. And so that's what I did. And by doing so, what I found is that we increased our open rate right around on average another 10 to 15% through my copywriting and making sure that I made the topics applicable to what those professionals wanted, the resources as well. So it was such a great experience because I got to see month over month in real time how what I was doing was impacting the outcome. So we got more professionals opening up newsletters, which then, hopefully it was turning into more referrals and things like that. So that's kind of how I took something where I looked at where I was insufficient, tried to rectify it, tried to test it out, and then made sure that that I saw the results. The other thing I want to kind of drop into your head, and I'm going to go through this through the Facebook group. So I'm going to hop off here and go into the Facebook group to talk about experimentation in your business. That is such a good way of looking at it in terms of trying new things out. Business is not black or white. There's a lot of gray in there. And for you to stay ahead, innovation is 100% necessary, I think. And being able to review your data, look at your KPIs, look at what's going on, and pivot when needed quickly, or take data over a period of time and still be able to analyze that data so that you know which way to go with your business. So in doing that, I was basically saying experimentation. So if you don't look at going and taking that next step as I can fail at this and then be afraid to try, if you look at it every step or everything that you do as an experimentation process, I think it helps with your mindset. So I have been trying that in my business and it has helped me a lot. It has helped me get over a lot of hangups that I have because now I'm not looking at it as success or failure, but I am looking at it as how am I going to experiment today? And let me try this out. Let me try that out. Let me see what this happens and just playing in my own business. And so I hope this helps you today. If you want more information about our mentorship program, it is compassrosexl.com. We have 5 coaches that is on board, ready to serve you. The doors are open for enrollment right now. And I'm looking at closing them on the 5th. And then we'll continue it out because I want to start with that first group of people. So the first group, you're going to get some extra bonuses and some real amazing love. So if you're interested in having a 12-month mentorship program that is going to be there for you as you iterate your business for that first year or that second year, let us know. We're here to help you. All right. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow.